No. Things start to make sense, or no. Passages, possibilities occur from jumping in instead of feeling so lazy and not doing anything. But then you are thinking when you are not doing anything. There's no doubt you still your mind is still there, and so you are still thinking of something. And in fact, it goes back and forth, right? Back and forth, because otherwise, if you think that you always need to keep moving, then maybe you're just spinning your wheels. So I guess maybe sometimes it's good to stop. But I think we spend too much time, frankly, in the stop mode, and we don't get motivated to go anywhere because we're stuck. Because we're not spinning our wheels. I say if we spin our wheels, there's a good chance if you spin your wheels, that the wheel will get loose. And then you're not spinning your wheels anymore because that wheel will get loose and it will go crazy and have some fun and some experiences and some travels. That wheel will travel, you know what I mean, and follow into new possibilities, new passages. So if you are spinning your wheels, keep spinning them. Or not. Go ahead and stop. I think it's a case by case kind of thing, isn't it? It is clearly, and one day, one idea, one motivatable tool that you might pull out of your bag of tricks might be the one to induce your happiness and your creativity and all that. However, it doesn't always, the same move doesn't always work the next day. However, I think for some of us, again, because we're all so uniquely different, for some of us, it does work every day. The same thing works every day, and the same tools we use to access this movement of self and self-worth are the same tools that we use every single day, and we don't need we don't need to need anything else. We are content. But even us or people in that realm do maybe it takes a longer period of time. Maybe it takes a few years. Maybe it takes 10 years of doing that before they start to say, wait, this ain't working for me anymore. Whereas other people, it's one day. It takes them one day and they go, this ain't working for me. It worked yesterday, but it ain't working for me. So it's I think that's what it is. I think that we just discover something. What gets us going? What does get us going? And I don't know if there is ever if there ever will be a cut and dry answer to this. Though obviously when we're talking about control and governments and industries that need people to stay on the straight path to success and get things done and to conquer, well, then we do need to sort of get brainwashed into that kind of thought process of, okay, you got to wake up at such and such a time, and then you eat your food. No room for the experimentation, and that's how you get things done. That's how you run the world. That's how you control the world. That's how you conquer the world. But even under those circumstances, it doesn't always work out, does it? Doesn't always work out. So then what do you do? What tools do we have to find a way to balance or to patch or to fix or to mend? What are your mending tools? What kind of mending tools do you have when things don't work out? And that's where the creativity, that's where the experimentation, that's where maybe the arts can come into play. because at the very least it's an escape valve. It's the escape valve from your need for control, your need to conquer, and you're more likely once you engage in artistic endeavors, you're more likely to be more at ease with yourself, at peace with yourself and with others. You're going to be more willing to find a way to make things work out, because you're working a different part of the brain that's an important part of the brain, and that is the sort of the understanding and making things work, which is the creative part of the brain. And I know it goes against maybe what maybe conventional thought, at least in popular culture thought, of what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it, which would be, of course, follow the rules and do things this way. But again, how many times do we realize that things don't always work out when we follow the rules? And so every once in a while, we need to incorporate and to at least interject and to explore our creative sides. Now, one would say possibly, hey, you're probably spending too much time in creativity land, and maybe so. Maybe I need to get back into the real world because I've escaped it, haven't I? But I find time for that. I still try to pay my bills. I still try to eat, healthy and all that stuff, and I try to be a nice person if I can. But I do definitely spend a lot of time in the escape clause of life. But it's still a productive thing because because I'm exploring it. And sort of making something and exploring that. And I think that's a healthy, it can be a healthy process or way of life that one could, not for everybody, probably not for everyone. I mean, I used to wonder, well, geez, look at the garbage workers, the garbage truck guys, they come and they pick up garbage, and that's their job. That's all they do. Or a parking attendant who drives up and down. The brownies in New York City. I don't know if they still call them that, but the people that give parking tickets. What do you call them? I don't know. Parking officers or whatever. What a job, right? And yet for some people that's fine. They're content. And maybe they don't really need to explore anything else with whoever they are. The toll taker, at the toll bridge or at the subway station, taking your money. What kind of job, what kind of life are they having? And yet you think, well, geez, they just have a terrible life. But maybe they are happy and more happier than you because they're not thinking so damn much. Maybe we're thinking too much. That's what it is. Just have a regular stupid job. Who knows? It's endless. It's endless. But anyway, I've always wondered, well, why would people follow that route? And I think in many cases, I suspect that a lot of people that are in jobs like that, as you know, any job, they are not happy with their jobs. That's a very common experience. You hear it all the time. I'm not happy with my job. I'm not happy with my life. And that goes for the full spectrum or whatever. You could be a doctor or an engineer or generally maybe that particularly doctors. I suspect that issue is not a big as high percentage. Because they're usually paid pretty good, and it is rewarding because you're helping others. So, but But even there, you probably have people say, "Geez, I can't. I don't want to do this." And what makes you go? And a lot of people as artists who think they want to be artists get into the work of being an artist, the sort of the struggles of figuring out how you're going to sell the crap or make a living at it. That's a lot of us, a lot of people who think they want to be artists or try to become artists or whatever you want to call it, decide, hey, this ain't for me. This ain't for me, and it ain't really. We all have to figure out what the hell is good for us, but to make a change, people, is good. And I would like to let you all know that I'm going to make a change myself. I'm gonna start working at a used car dealership. I'm gonna start selling cars, and I'm giving up the whole art racket.